Hi, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Thanks so much for dropping by. We really appreciate it. You should never give a shit about things you can't control. Let's talk about that.
Why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance, no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
All right, maybe let's quantify it first. I think that's a little bit more important. You shouldn't give a shit about it. Should you care? Well, sure. There are obviously things that happen to other people, other things, yourself, as an expat. Sure, you should care. But should you really let it affect you, give a shit so much that it just beats you down? I don't think so. I really and truly don't. And I'll tell you why. Look, the key to that is things you can't control. You're an expat. You know what that means? That means you're not a citizen. It means you don't have the rights of a citizen. It means you weren't raised here. Your cultural bias is always going to be evident. Now, I'm not saying people are xenophobes or anything like that, but you weren't raised here. And so you don't see things the way they see things. Now, I think we could probably identify a couple of areas that expats have tremendous amounts of trouble with. You know, we hate to see incredible amounts of poverty. Should you give a shit? No, you shouldn't. Should you care? Yeah, of course you should care. It's not good to see people living in poverty, especially when they don't even recognize they're living in poverty. But that's not something you can control. You can't make the laws. You can't complain. We see this with expats all the time. Filipinos drive like crazy, you know? Don't let it give you a headache. It's not worth it. It really isn't. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't complain about it. There's nothing you can make change. You know, you're not a lawmaker, much less a citizen. That's the bottom line. You know, nobody wants, I can't think of anybody, and maybe I'm wrong, but I can't think of anybody who wants to live in that kind of traffic like you find in Manila. But, okay, I got to tell you what happened just now. So you saw Arlen walked in the door, walked right back out. So I had to pause this for a second, wait for her to come back. Arlen's tried a new recipe, a new chicken recipe. And Arlen's working really hard on making sure that I adhere to the chemical makeup of my diet, trying to get my creatinine down. That being said, she made a dish this morning for dinner this evening. And she gave me a little taste of the sauce. And I said, honey, that's a bit bitter. I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens when you put it together with everything else. Wow. Arlen just came in. Hey, dinner's going to be in just a little bit. Here she is again. Just a minute. Okay, take three. So like I said, Arlen wanted to say, hey, taste this. This is, are you going to eat this for dinner or not? I want you to taste it. So I said, sure. So then she came back and she said, well, do you want me to heat it up? Here's another thing about the Philippines. As a Westerner, we're used to eating our food much warmer than room temperature. I know she's made that chicken this morning. I know that it's been sitting there. I know that it's not hot. Okay? Well, you don't want you to heat it up, honey. I know. Oh, my. So she just brought it, and actually, it doesn't taste anything like it tasted this morning. It's very good. And yeah, I'll eat it for dinner. How you going? So I guess what I'm getting at here is sometimes you have to learn to pick your battles. You really and truly do. You're not going to agree with everybody all the time. You're not going to get the same type of treatment everybody else gets all of the time. You just simply aren't. As a Westerner, you don't feel comfortable cutting in line. In the Philippines, it seems like it's a national sport. Parking on sidewalks must be part of the driver's education course. Deal with it. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I don't think that there's anything worth, other than if it's a threat to your safety or something like that, worth complaining about. I really and truly don't, because what are the odds of you getting something done about it in a public type of setting? Now, sure, could you be in a condo complex and you're complaining about an issue there? Odds are you'll have a little bit more leeway. Are you in a gated community and you have rules that people are supposed to follow? And odds are you'll have more luck there. But even in those instances, big deal. It's just not going to be one of those great things. Look, you are a foreigner. You weren't raised here. You don't speak the language fluently, 99% of the people that are watching this, okay? Deal with it. And then when you deal with it, don't let it bring you down. Don't let it affect your mental capacity to enjoy your trip, your visit, your retirement, whatever it is you've got coming up or engaged in. That's really important. I see we are around a lot of expats, and we will jokingly kid with each other about how stupid this is, or how crazy that is, or how this is just weird, or these people were just wrong. But we know, at least my friends, they know they've got no leg to stand on, because it doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. What matters is, do you have the right to actually complain and expect something to happen? I dare say no. Now, in the comments below, perhaps I'm wrong. Why don't you tell me? Why don't you tell me? Because I think the only thing you can do is, if it bothers you that much, pack your shit and go somewhere else. This country and its people are not going to change for you in your lifetime. Yeah, sure. You could talk about putting forward a movement or joining a movement or this or that, and you'd be breaking the damn law in most instances. Foreigners are not allowed to get involved in those types of things. So, what do you think? Do you think it's worthwhile to let it get to you? I don't think so. If you want specific things, I highly suggest Thailand. Excuse me. I really and truly do. The food is better. The infrastructure is better. It's cheaper to live there, I think. You can, There's so many videos out there. Take a look. But here, expats need to recognize that complaining and giving a shit about things you can't control will get you nowhere. And all it does is bring you down. Instead, I could talk about anything better than something that's bad. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Either way, thanks so much. Have a great day.